Ciao everybody, this is Asiel Baez from Day, and I'm here making this video for you guys. This is a video that I'm inspired to do today um, to explain to you guys really quick the point of divination and why you should have divination done and what you should seek from divination, what you should truly be seeking from divination, and what to truly expect from divination, from whatever form of divination it might be, whether it's tarot, whether it's Diloggun, whether it is, the runes or anything along those lines. The purpose of divination and what it is used for and its higher guidance. So I want to share you guys my personal thoughts on these topics. So divination is to ask the divine, God, the universe, Goddess, to ask the divine for advice, to ask the divine for guidance, to ask the divine for an opinion, to ask the divine for clarification. Okay, that is what divination is. That is the true purpose of divination, is to get a advice from a higher source, an advice from another dimension that is going to help you into understanding your current situation in whatever your life is and whatnot. Divination is about you coming to terms with whatever it is that is happening, whatever your situation is. It is you coming to an understanding of why it is happening, how to deal with it, and what to expect after. That's why you come to divination for. Whether they're divining for you with shells, with bones, with cards, with runes, with whatever it is, the point is that you as the reader, as the questioner, as the querent, as the one who's asking the question and seeking and paying for a reading, your point is to try and ask the most clear and specific question that you probably can ask in regards to your situation, in regards to whatever's going on around you, whether you're just checking up and having a routine reading done, or whether you're having a special reading for a special circumstance in your current life or anything like that. The point is for you to ask a very specific question so that you can get a very specific answer or an advice to that question that you probably haven't thought of before. When you come to divination, a lot of you want to be told things and be told all these things from your past and this and that and the other. Let me tell you guys something. There is no point and nothing mystical about someone telling you what happened in the past and about someone telling you what it is that you like and don't like and this and that and the other. The point of divination is to help you, guide you in a current situation that you have, or check on a current checkup that you're doing for your life and whatever it is that's going on around you, etc., etc. So come to divination to seek advice. If someone is telling you that your favorite color is blue and when you were 3, you fell off a bike and this and that and the other, there's really nothing mystical about that. And besides, the point is, how is that even helping you? If all I'm telling you is things that you already know and things that already happened, how is that helping you with your current situation? In order to help you out, divination needs to be done sincerely. It needs to be done from the bottom of the heart, and it needs to be done non-biased. It should always be done by someone who has no relations to you, or who has very little relations to you. This is the issue with having family members read for you or friends read for you or anything along those lines, because they already kind of know you, slash there might be personal feelings attached that might somehow influence the reading. Because if you care about your sister and you're reading your sister and she's asking about a relationship and this and that, and you're seeing something in the cards or in the shells or anything, your personal ego might influence what you actually see because you care about that person. I love reading everybody, but I love reading strangers for that reason. So because I tend to be a little bit more unbiased from with my opinion about what their situation is and what it is that they should do and this and that. Whereas when it's one of my godchildren or a friend of mine or a family member or something like that, then I want to put more of an emphasis on what I know that is happening. So you want to always try to be about as sincere and open as you possibly can, and get a reading done with someone who can truly connect and who can truly share with you what they're feeling at that particular moment, so that you get the best advice and the best possible guidance to your question and guidance to your concerns and guidance to your situation that you have at that moment. Also, keep in mind that divination is something that should be done fairly frequent. If you're having divination done with someone that they're charging you, for example, with me, who I would charge you some sort of money, or with anybody else out there who's going to charge you some sort of fee, you might want to have a reading done like once a month, a reading done once every 2 months, or something along those lines. The reason why I say this is because although I will take your money and I will do as many readings as any of you decides to pay me for, it is also morally correct for me to make sure that I say and that I emphasize that readings, you don't need to be doing readings on a constant basis, especially if it's a reading about the same particular subject. If you do a reading today about whatever the subject might be, then give yourself at least a month and then go back and do another reading on that same subject, or another reading or whatever else is going on or whatnot. If you start obsessing and you start throwing cards out and picking cards and doing this and doing the other and doing the other and asking this system, you do a room reading about this situation, and you do a room and a shell reading about the same situation, and a tarot card reading about the same situation, and a bones reading about the same situation, and whatever. That's too many readings. Stick with one and stick to the advices of that one reading, and amplify and expand from that one reading, so that you can really get you can really grasp the understanding and the advices that reading gave to you. So have a reading done. If it's a checkup reading, you should have a checkup reading at least once a month. I would definitely highly recommend that you have a checkup reading once a month. Maybe like a 3-card reading or a full reading, so that you know where you're at and what's happening and this and that and the other. So at least once a month, I would totally recommend a reading. But when it comes to specified situations, I would say take your time with those readings and proceed with everything that was marked and said and done and shared in that one reading. So don't become too obsessed with getting readings done. But when you do get them done, make sure that you do pay attention to what is being said to you at that particular moment. That is a sacred moment, whether you're sitting at the mat, or whether you're over the phone long distance, or whether you're sitting at a person's magical table, or anything along those lines. That is a very magical moment that the divine is speaking to you. Although it's very easy for any of us nowadays to start doing readings and to start picking up any type of books and to start doing any type of divination or anything like that, it is always good to have particular readings to be done for you by somebody else. A lot of times, many of us, myself included in many occasions, find it very easy to read other people, but find it very hard to read ourselves. And that's usually because it's easier to speak to someone else than to speak to your own self, because again, we as human beings our ego will try to cover up anything that we don't want to hear, or we don't want to accept, or we don't want to see, or we're trying to influence with our will that we really wanted to go this other way, but the truth is something else. So whatever the situation may be, it's usually easier, depending on your situation, it's usually easier to have somebody else read for you, and then you read for yourself if you're comfortable enough with that, and if you're capable of reading for yourself, for more personal issues and more personal situations, or less life changing, something that's less dramatic in the scale of life's drama and whatnot. But I highly recommend that you get a reading done once in a while, once a month, once every 2 months or so, whether it's something small or something elaborate of a reading. But that you get it done with someone that you feel is capable of doing it and that is compatible to what you like and how you more or less express yourself. That's another thing that I want to speak about right now. So the person that reads you, you want to make sure that you feel some sort of connection with the person that is reading you. Make sure that you like them somehow. Make sure that you like their appearance. Make sure that you like what they stand for. Make sure that you like how they speak, what you have heard about them, anything along those lines. Make sure that you like the person so that you can feel comfortable with whatever you're going to ask, so that you can feel comfortable with what they're going to say. Because, and what I mean by that is not feel comfortable because what I mean by that is feel comfortable as in you feel comfortable being next to that person so that you can actually open up to that person. Because when a reading is being done and it's a good reading, there will be a point in which the client has to open up to what the reader is seeing. So there's only so many things that I can say to you, or that any other client, any other reader can say to you. There's always going to be a point in which the client has to open up, and the client has to come forth and agree and disagree, and so we can speak, and so that the messages can be really cleared up for your own benefit. This is why I'm saying to you guys that many of you want to have divination, want to put divination to be so mystical and so intense and whatnot. Stop watching movies from Hollywood and start doing the real life thing, and that is doing a reading with someone that you like for actual advice and actual guidance into your life that you deserve and that you need and that you feel that you are in search of. Okay, that is the point of divination, is guidance. So make sure that you get divination done with someone that you feel comfortable, someone that you like, someone that you agree that you are aware has good energy, that has good intentions for the reading. It's not just the money that you're paying for the reading, it's what you're going to get out of the reading that is important. It is what's going to happen after the reading that is important. I highly encourage everyone who's watching me to get a reading done, first of all. I highly encourage everyone to start experimenting with divination, because at the end of the day, there will be the time in which you are going to need your own personal advice and your own personal guidance through your own personal system of divination. So your godfather, your godmother, your coven, high priest, high priestess, your other brothers and sisters who you do craft with, or that you do religion with, whatever it is that you're doing, magically speaking or religiously speaking, your elders are supposed to teach, to pass on, to teach you, to guide you into your own becoming your own reader, into being able to read for other people, into sharing the knowledge of whatever divination system it is that your faith and your tradition, etc., uses. But you also have to follow your own intuition and see what form of divination you personally like, and then go from there. So start getting readings from the people that you like, / start doing your own work on learning how to do readings and your form of divination, your chosen form of divination, etc., so that you may get the correct type of advices from the divine. Just remember, and I want to put this out there over and over again, is the fact that divination is asking an advice from the divine. It is getting guidance from the divine. It is being sent down a road by the divine that is for your highest good, and it may not precisely be one that you want, that the ego, that you as an ego being wants to take. This is This is particularly true, for example, with a lot of people who come for love readings because they're having issues in their relationship and this and that, and they're trying to figure out how to keep the relationship or how to maintain themselves or what to do, etc., etc. And sometimes the cards are very, very clear in telling the person that the relationship has ended and they need to move on because there's something else, there's someone else, there's other things for them to experience, but the ego, the person is stuck on wanting to remain with this other person. And you might want to look at one of my other videos in which I'm warning about love spells and things like that, because that's when people start getting crazy and they want to jump from divination into love spells. And I'm telling you guys that divination is a guidance. It is a guidance for you to figure out what to do next. If you are here now, divination is going to tell you what you should do now so that your next step becomes a better step than where you were before. And from there on, and from there on, and from there on, and from there on. Divination, whether it's done for the year, whether it's done for the day, whether it's done for the month, or whether it's done for a situation in specific, should always be looked at as a non-biased opinion, as a non-biased advice as coming from the universe to help you with your situation. If you would like a tarot card reading with me, así advice uñida de, please message me at sweetuñidesigns@gmail.com. You can find me also through Facebook. You can find me through YouTube. Those are my main social media things. If you would like to learn tarot and take a tarot 101 class with me, also you can message me. The class is already available and it will be privately done. It will be between you and I. So if you're watching me, you want to learn how to do tarot, it'll be you and I. If you want to do it, if you want to take any of my other classes, please message me. I will also get back to you about privately teaching you any of my things. Anything that I know, that I'm aware of, that I'm educated in, I love sharing it with the public. I love expanding and I love trying to help out and clear out things with people. So please get back to me with any situation or anything like that. Please, everybody, remember that I run a temple that is open to the public, that is open not just to my godchildren, and I try and do as much social work as I possibly can. So I do accept offerings and I do accept donations of money, donations of food, donations of clothing, of materials, of books, of just about anything that you can think of. I will definitely be accepting it. So please get back to me with anything that you guys might have to donate. Get back to me with your questions and your comments and your concerns and your future and your videos for future topics. Anything along those lines. I hope you guys have learned something with this divination video. And I will see you guys in another one of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching me. This is Así Advice Uñida de, and I will see you in the next video. Ache, 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 do.